Most people over 60 want the same three things: more good years, more energy for the things they love, and more mornings where they wake up like feeling alive. But here's the surprising part. Many of those extra good years aren't built from big dramatic changes. They often come from one simple daily habit, something so small it almost seems too basic to matter. Yet research from top health institutions shows that this one behavior may support better heart health, sharper thinking, stronger mobility, and even longer life. Today, you'll hear the story of how one tiny habit improved someone's health at 69 and how you can start it today in less than 5 minutes. Welcome to Senior Health Facts, your trusted home for practical health wisdom designed specifically for adults over 60. If living healthier every day matters to you, go ahead and hit that subscribe button now so you don't miss future videos that could make a real difference in your life. As we age past 60, the body changes in ways we don't always notice at first. One day your knees sound like old wooden floors, another day our memory feels a bit foggier, and suddenly the things you used to do without effort, walking longer distances, sleeping deeply, bouncing back after stress, require more work. Statistics from organizations like the National Institutes of Health, Harvard Health, and Mayo Clinic show several age-related patterns that affect nearly everyone. Heart and blood vessel flexibility declines. This affects blood pressure, stamina, and energy levels throughout the day. Muscle mass decreases 3 to 5% per decade after 60, which affects balance and increases fall risk. Inflammation 10. DS2 rise, which can influence joints, brain health, and daily comfort. Insulin sensitivity can decline, which affects blood sugar control and energy stability. Cognitive processing speed naturally slows, especially without regular stimulation. Now, here is the part many people underestimate. Small habits done every single day are strongly linked to better longevity outcomes, even more than occasional big efforts. Think of it like tending a garden. One big day of watering doesn't do much. But watering for 5 minutes a day, life-changing. That's the power of today's topic. Before we talk about the simple habit to start, it's important to understand what to stop, or at least reduce. These patterns quietly chip away at mobility, energy, and long-term health for people over 60. First, long stretches of sitting with no movement. Even if you walk 30 minutes in the morning, sitting for the next 5 hours can still stiffen your blood vessels and slow circulation. Research from the Mayo Clinic shows that prolonged sitting is linked to increased cardiovascular risk, even in people who exercise regularly. Second, skipping hydration because you don't feel thirsty. People over 60 naturally lose some ability to sense thirst. Mild dehydration can increase fatigue, worsen joint discomfort, and affect brain clarity. The National Institute on Aging notes that dehydration is one of the most common preventable issues in older adults. Third, eating the same foods every day with little color variety. Beige-colored diet means fewer antioxidants and fewer nutrients your heart and brain depend on. When your plate lacks color, it often lacks the vitamins and minerals that support healthy aging. Fourth, sleeping irregular hours. Irregular sleep weakens the body's internal clock, which is linked to metabolism, mood, and immune function. Harvard Health reports that inconsistent sleep patterns and accelerate cognitive decline in seniors. Fifth, underestimating stress. Chronic stress can tighten blood vessels, raise inflammation, and disturb hormones important for longevity. Many older adults carry stress silently, not realizing how much it affects their physical health. These issues set the stage for poor aging. But the good news, a single, simple daily habit can counter many of them at once. So, what is the habit? A 10-minute daily intentional movement walk or indoor mobility circuit. This is not a workout, not a power walk, not an exercise program. It is simply 10 minutes of slow, intentional movement every day, ideally at the same time, preferably in the morning or after a meal. Why this habit? Because research from Harvard, Health, Mayo Clinic, and the NIH consistently shows that gentle movement improves circulation, boosts insulin sensitivity, supports lower inflammation, enhances joint lubrication, stimulates brain regions associated with memory, improves mood within minutes, and supports blood pressure stability. And the best part, you can do it at age 60, 70, 80, or 90, even with mobility. Tie shoes. It requires no equipment. You don't even need to leave your home. Now let me introduce you to Kenneth. Kenneth is a 69-year-old former construction manager. For most of his working years, he moved constantly, climbing ladders, walking job sites, inspecting projects from morning until evening. But once he retired, he found himself sitting more, morning coffee stretched into mid-morning. A few episodes of a favorite show turned into afternoons on the couch. He didn't feel sick, just slower, heavier, and less clear mentally. His knees ached when he stood up. He slept poorly. He forgot names he used to recall instantly. Kenneth's experience reflects his personal journey and is shared here for educational purposes only. Individual results vary, and his story should not be considered medical advice or a guarantee of similar outcomes. Then his doctor told him something gentle but impactful. You don't need to overhaul your life, just move your body or 10 minutes every day, intentionally. At first, Kenneth shrugged it off. How could 10 minutes matter? But he gave it a try. Every morning after breakfast, he walked slowly around his living room for 5 minutes, pausing to stretch his arms and roll his shoulders. In the evenings, he walked again for 5 minutes after dinner. Within 2 weeks, Kenneth noticed changes. His legs felt lighter. He slept more deeply. His mind felt sharper. He stopped feeling stuck in his body. His mood improved noticeably. Nothing dramatic, just subtle, daily improvement. 3 months later, he could walk farther, stand up with less effort, and his doctor told him that his blood pressure readings looked better. When researchers talk about the power of small habits, this is exactly what they mean. Now, let's look at the science behind why 10 minutes works. Studies show that short bouts of low-intensity movement activate nitric oxide, which helps blood vessels relax. They increase joy, anti-synovial fluid for smoother movement, and less stiffness. They support better glucose control after meals, which is especially important for people managing blood sugar. They stimulate BDNF, which stands for brain-derived neurotrophic factor, a protein that helps protect the brain and support memory. They reduce cortisol, the stress hormone that can damage health over time, and strengthen small stabilizing muscles that maintain balance and prevent falls. In fact, some studies suggest that frequent low-intensity movement may benefit longevity as much as longer workouts, especially in older adults. So, how do you do this habit? Let me give you 3 simple options. Option 1 is the 10-minute indoor walk. walk around your home at a comfortable pace, roll your shoulders, swing your arms gently. Keep your head level, eyes forward. Add 20 seconds of deep breathing every 2 minutes. Option 2 is the 5 by 2 method. Do 5 minutes after breakfast plus 5 minutes after dinner. This is especially helpful for blood sugar and digestion. Option 3 is seated mobility for limited mobility days. Try seated marches, ankle circles, arm stretches, upper body twists, and neck mobility rotations. Even seated movement boosts circulation and metabolic activity. Now let me share 5 micro habits to make it stick. First, put your walking shoes next to your bed. A visual cue builds consistency. Second, play a 10-minute song or playlist. When the music ends, you're done. Third, link it to a routine. After coffee, after breakfast, after brushing your teeth. Fourth, use the 2-minute rule. If 10 minutes feels too much, start with 2 minutes. The brain loves small wins. Fifth, use a simple mantra. Movement is medicine. Every step is a step forward. Today I move for my future self. Here's a quick checklist to get started. Choose your time, morning or after meals. Wear comfortable shoes. Move slowly and intentionally. Breathe deeply. Keep it consistent daily. Increase only if it feels natural. Have you been sitting for long periods without realizing it? Drop a comment below and let me know. I read every single one. If you're finding this helpful, please like, subscribe, and share this video with someone over 60 who wants more healthy years ahead. You can also download our free 1-page summary of today's habit so you can keep it on your fridge or share it with family. And as always, talk with your doctor, especially if you're starting a new routine, managing joint issues, or taking medications that affect balance or blood pressure. You deserve to feel strong again. You deserve more energy. You deserve more mornings where you wake up feeling alive. Start with just one small change tonight. Try this tomorrow morning and share how you feel after 1 week. Ready to feel better? Subscribe now so you don't miss the next step in your journey. Many people wonder, can I still benefit if I walk slowly? Yes, slow, intentional movement still improves circulation, joint comfort, and metabolic health. Speed is not the goal. Consistency is. Others ask, is walking outside better than indoors? Both are great. Outdoors add sunlight and mood benefits, but indoor movement is just as effective for daily consistency. Choose what works best for your situation. Some people want to know, what if I use a cane or walker? You can still participate. Move at your own pace, use support as needed, or do seated mobility exercises. The goal is movement, not perfection. Another common question is, how soon will I notice benefits? Many people report feeling lighter, clearer, and more mobile within 1 to 2 weeks of daily practice. Results vary by individual. People also ask, does it have to be 10 minutes in a row? No. 2 or 3 short sessions work just as well. The key is making it a daily habit. There's also curiosity about whether this can help with blood sugar after meals. Light movement after meals may support better insulin response and help stabilize post-meal blood sugar spikes. Always consult your doctor if you have diabetes or take blood sugar medications. Finally, many wonder, is this enough exercise for the whole day? It's a foundation. You can add more if you enjoy it. But this habit alone delivers powerful results for many older adults. Let me share a simple daily approach that ties everything together. This daily longevity habit centers on 10 minutes of intentional move. There are several things to avoid. Long sitting periods without breaks can stiffen your circulation and reduce mobility over time. Skipping hydration throughout the day leaves your body worky and harder than it needs to. Irregular sleep schedules confuse your body's natural rhythms and can affect both physical and mental health. A repetitive beige-colored diet lacking variety. It means you're missing out on important nutrients your brain and heart depend on, and high stress without breaks or relief quietly damages your cardiovascular system and overall well-being. Now, here's what to do instead. Commit to 10 minutes of intentional movement daily, whether that's walking slowly around your home or doing gentle stretches. You can split this in two. -1 minute after breakfast and 5 minutes after dinner, which is particularly helpful for digestion and blood sugar. Focus on gentle mobility that keeps your joints moving smoothly and reduces stiffness. Remember to breathe deeply during your movement to maximize oxygen flow and reduce tension. And most importantly, do this at the same time every day to build lasting consistency. At quick wins might you notice better energy throughout the day is often one of the first changes people report. Your mood and mental clarity can improve significantly even within the first week or two. Many people find their thinking becomes clearer and their memory sharper with regular movement. Digestion after meals often becomes easier and more comfortable, and that uncomfortable stiffness in joints and muscles tends to decrease noticeably over time. Here's a suggested daily routine to try. In the morning, take a 5-minute intentional walk after breakfast. Include shoulder rolls and deep breathing as you move. At lunch, stay hydrated by drinking a full glass of water with your meal. This simple habit supports every system in your body. In the evening, enjoy another 5-minute walk after dinner, this time focusing on ankle circles and arm stretches to keep everything loose and mobile. And as a bonus, before bed, spend just 2 minutes doing seated stretches or gentle neck rotations to release any tension that built up during the day. When you visit your doctor, consider asking these important questions. Is 10-minute movement good for my joints or blood pressure given my specific health conditions? Should I walk after meals considering my current medications and how they affect my body? And are there specific mobility exercises that are safe for my knees or hips based on any issues I'm currently managing? Save this guidance and share it with someone you care about. All content in this video is based on educational information from trusted health sources. Harvard Health, published in 2024, offers articles on walking benefits that explain how even short, low-intensity movement supports heart health and circulation. Mayo Clinic, from 2023, provides guidance on mobility and aging, discussing how light activity improves joint lubrication, mood, and metabolic function. The National Institutes of Health, or NIH, from 2020 through 2023, has published studies highlighting the role of frequent movement in reducing inflammation and supporting brain health. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, or CDC, from 2022, shows reports indicating that older adults benefit significantly from light physical activity for longevity and fall prevention, and the American Heart Association, from 2021, offers research summaries emphasizing the cardiovascular value of short, consistent walking breaks throughout the day. All content has been paraphrased and synthesized under fair use for educational purposes. Now, before we wrap up, I want to remind you of something important. Everything we've shared today is for educational purposes to help you make informed choices about your health. I always encourage you to work with your doctor or healthcare provider before making any significant changes to your routine. They can your personal health history best and can guide you on what's right for your specific situation. Every person is unique, and what worked wonderfully for Kenneth might need small adjustments. For you, your healthcare team is your best partner in this journey toward better mobility and better health. This video does not diagnose, treat, or cure any condition. It is not medical advice. Always consult your doctor or a qualified health care professional before starting any new health routine. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next video.